got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole
Nmon's performance is going to raise this place to the next level. It's bringing in a high caliber performer. You have a 2-time Grammy Award-winning opera singer on your stage. Should I say more?
his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the woods and the waters in his hands. He's got the woods and the waters.
The show was absolutely wonderful. I have to admit, it was a tearjerker for me.
And the rain right in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
I'm used to doing programs, or I've done, not used to, but I've done programs before where part of the program is more classical or more traditional, and the second part was less so. But it's usually had like spoken word and sort of a multimedia thing. This one is all about just the music. So it's about putting together a first half that gives people, since it's the American Songbook, I didn't want to just go up there and do a bunch of like, show tunes or a bunch of sort of old school songs like Jerome Kern and that sort of thing, even though I love that stuff. I wanted to give it a little twist, and I thought, well, since I was already working on different kinds of stuff and working on a new kind of musical fusion, musical style just for myself, because that's where I was going creatively, I thought, well, let me put this into the concert. Well, this is the Broad stage, and it's part of the Performing Arts Center of Santa Monica College. I actually remember, I've known Dale Franzen, the director, for a long time, and I remember walking through when they were just building it, just starting, and just the shell was up, and I thought, okay, all right, we're getting there, we're getting there. I visited, I think, a couple more times, and the last time before I actually went in to check out what's going on with the space for my performance, I saw things are really coming together. So it's exciting to be in on the ground floor or something like this, and to be one of the first, I think it's the second actual scheduled performance in there.
Works like him, the river of Jordan he did cross, and no man works like him, for he is King of kings. He's the Lord of lords, oh, Jesus Christ, the first and last, oh, King Jesus floats in the middle of the air, oh, he calls the saints from everywhere, oh, King Jesus, no man can hinder me. Right on, King Jesus, right on, no man can hinder me. He is the King, he is the Lord, oh yes, he is the King, he is the Lord, oh, Jesus Christ, the first and last. No man works like him. Right on, right on, right on, right on, Jesus.
Greg Tapscott, I'm the producer of this concert, and I'm a frantic producer right now, trying to get everybody together and get everything going.
Did you not, this is weird, because I sent out the email a couple weeks ago with the rehearsal times on it from the stage manager.
There was a miscommunication about the rehearsal times with the musicians for today, because the only rehearsal we have together is this morning.
It's about 10:30. I know we spoke last night about rehearsal, and just trying to see when you're getting here, what's going on. Give me a call. I don't have really good reception inside, but I'll keep checking my phone.
I know one of them had to go out of town to do a show in San Francisco, and then a radio show, and then came back, I think it was yesterday. I mean, and they're they're working musician.
Rehearsal time was supposed to be starting at 9:30, which was an email that I sent out, I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
Unfortunately, the messages didn't get to them in time for them to reschedule some stuff, so they had to work fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry to reschedule some things so they could all be here today. But fortunately, thank you God, it all worked out so they could be there for the 10 o'clock rehearsal.
So now there seems to be a conflict with the drummer getting here and the bass player getting here. All I have is my piano guy. And one can't get here till 12, and I don't know where the other one is, so it's a little frustrating right now.
I'm trying to think. It's like a James Brownie kind of.
Creeping or the next one?
For the next one. Yeah, because we're going to move on.
Okay.
The only thing that makes me nervous, like when you get nerves and people feel like they want to throw up and all that sort of stuff, and it's fortunately never gotten that bad, but the only thing that ever makes me feel like that is not knowing what I'm going to do. So if I'm ever in a situation where I'm thrown into it at the last minute and it's a completely new, kind of uncomfortable type of whatever, that can make me nervous because I don't feel like I have my usual kind of creative artistic control over things over myself. And there are a lot of variables that I'm not aware of. So at that point, yeah. And I tried to avoid those situations. I've been in a couple, and there were some nerves, and I was not this calm. But for something like this, especially where I've created a lot of the music, if there are any nerves, it's just the feeling that I really want people to enjoy it, and I want people to respond to it the way I felt when I was creating it. So hopefully, and this, I guess yeah, because this is the first time that some of this stuff has been heard in public, some of my original stuff. So I'm hoping I can communicate to them the stuff, what made me want to put it on the program in the first place. Stay, you stay beside. Oops.
You have F flat, but that's E.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My bad. Okay. Yeah, right on again. I thought we were off. We weren't. Sorry.
Yeah, are we doing the...
He really incorporates music from all over the American landscape, which is really fun for me because I love so many styles of music. Like on this program, he's doing a Stephen Foster song from the 19th century, and then he's doing some Stevie Wonder, you know, so it's just awesome to get such a musical blend going on.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you away. I'm bound away. Across the wide
The first half of the concert is, I call it the classical because it's just the easiest way to lump it all together. It's not entirely classical. It's a classical style. I'm singing classically in the classical sounding voice. It's with grand piano. It's not amplified. So in that sense, it is completely classical. And a lot of the music is classical as well. But because it's American songbook, and because a lot of American classical music has other influences in it besides just European, you know, Brahms and Schubert and that sort of thing, a lot of it sounds very jazzy. A lot of it sounds very Tin Pan Alley. A lot of it, like, so the Gershwin is kind of a mix of, some of it actually sounds like klezmer music to me, but it's a mix of different things. So there's practically nothing on the first half of the concert that isn't influenced by Black American music.
Come, fathers and mothers, come, sisters and brothers, come, join us in singing the praises of Zion, the praises of Zion. Oh, fathers don't you feel determined to meet within the walls of Zion? We'll shout and go round, we'll shout and go round, we'll shout and go round, we'll shout and go round the walls of Zion, the walls of Zion. Come, fathers and mothers, come, sisters and brothers, come join us in singing the praises of Zion. Come, fathers and mothers, come, sisters and brothers, come, join us in singing the praises of Zion. Oh, fathers, don't you feel determined to meet within the walls of Zion? We'll shout and go round, we'll shout and go round, we'll shout and go round, we'll shout and go round the walls of Zion, the walls of Zion, the walls of Zion.
Hello, we're back at the Broad Stage at intermission of Nmon Ford's concert with the fabulous Mr. Kenneth Reynolds here. Kenneth, what did you think of the show so far?
The first act of the show has absolutely been incredible. As you know, my world is rock and roll, so this is quite different for me, and I'm loving every minute of it because my personal tastes are the old Negro spirituals, the classical show tunes. It's been absolutely wonderful.
The first act was good. I have to say, the first act was it was tight. It was. It was also hot. So you see, I'm having my tropical moment, trying to chill out a little bit, but it went really well. The audience is great.
Well, you know what? It's really funny. I had the opportunity to meet Nmon years ago, and that was over the occasion that he was working on a project as an actor. And I never had the chance to actually hear him live, and I'm so pleased today that I've gotten the opportunity to hear him perform. He's brilliant. He really has a wonderful voice.
You know, when you sing your first song and they're whooping and hollering, you're like, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you.
So far, it's been wonderful. Nmon has such a powerful voice, and it's great the history that he's bringing out, the American history from slavery all the way through contemporary music. So it's been great.
So it went really well. It went really well. I'm still in my calm mode, so I'll be jumping and happy, you know, later on. But for now, it's good.
I was very impressed. The range of the artist was incredible. The facilities make him even better than, you know, it's just wonderful. Gives a young man who's got that kind of abilities, for me, to sit here, and I was so proud to be in the audience.
Thank you so much.
For what you
and
do.
Wait for the second act. We're going to blow you away with the second act. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
In like 3 minutes, if you could make your way to places.
I would be happy to do that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good place to have.
Thank you.
Working with Nmon is always a pleasure. It's great. We make a great team, and we've been able to bring in a team along with us to get everything done in a wonderful way. He has great ideas. He's open to challenges, open to new ways, because we are doing a lot of music here that is a departure from his normal classical. So the second act is going to show that, and you know, he's just wide open to ideas. So it's really great because I come from a different arena, not necessarily totally classical, so I want to combine a lot of that in there. We have so many ideas coming out of this, and the man can sing. The man can sing.
Fix me, Jesus. Come on and fix me. Fix me for my...
The second half of this program, musically and creatively for me, is a departure from what a lot of people have seen me do. So I do want to make sure that the look of everything when I walk out on stage, especially since the first half is all classical music, that when I walk out on stage for the second half, it's just a completely different world immediately. And just visually, people can clue into that, so that what they hear and what they see, even though it'll be, hopefully, in a good way, surprising to see the difference, at least when they see it all together and hear it all together, it'll be a good surprise. It'll be, oh, what's this? And it'll be one of these things where they pay attention as opposed to one of these things where they go, what is this? What are you doing? I'm used to the classical stuff. I love it, but it's not a new forum. It's not a new venue for me. The second half is new in that I haven't done it that much with my own music anyway. And so it's like giving birth and taking your kid out to the park for the first time. This is the first time in the park for, I think, pretty much all of the songs that I've written that are on the second half or arranged that are on the second half. So this is the first chance for me to give it to an audience and see what kind of response I get. And that actually makes you a little nervous, because I mean, you got the thing you created, and you know how you feel about it, and the people who've heard it, who are close to you, you know how they feel about it. But this is the first time when you give it to somebody, like an audience, when you give it to an audience, you don't have any control over their response, and what you get back from them is generally the truth. So I'm hoping they appreciate it.
must it be you always creep into my dreams? My dream. On the beach we're sitting, hugging, squeezing, kissing. Why must it be you always creep into my shone of dream? My dream. When I sleep at night, baby, I feel those moments of ecstasy. And when you sleep at night, baby, I wonder, do I creep into your dream? Or could it be I sleep alone in my fantasy? Oh, you're here beside me. Everything is right. Why must it be you always creep into my dream? My dream. My dream. My dream. My dream. My dream. My dream. My dream.
You know, he's really interesting. I mean, a lot of his lyrics, maybe this is an understatement, maybe all of his lyrics, have this religious base to it. And you can tell that he's got a gospel background. But the music does have a real kind of chill, electronic, ambient feel to it. So it's an interesting mix. It's something that I haven't heard, you know, come from anyone.
The first time that I heard Nmon, it was like, I was blown away. I mean, he's so talented. I mean, when he started singing, you know, it's like, whoa, it was like happiness all around.
Today, I'd like to say this. Thank you so much for coming. This space is wonderful. These musicians here, wonderful. We've got Emiliano, Oliver, Brent Crayon. Thank you. And all of you, give yourselves a little round of applause. Thank you. Real quick, a few people. First of all, Dale, I so cannot see. Where is Dale? Where's Dale? I know she's somewhere close because she runs the place. She has a good seat. She has to. Anyway, thank you, Dale, for the invitation to be here. I look forward to many, many more. Greg Tapscott, he is somewhere around producing, handling things all over the place. Patrice Doughton, Charles Reese, so many people, and I know I'm forgetting somebody, but don't worry, later on I'll put you on the camera because I will remember your names later. But a lot of people who work together. And I would like to especially acknowledge my father, whose birthday
The whole
is today.
show is closing up with a song called What Do We Have, which I'm actually going to dedicate to my father because he's in the audience tonight and it's his birthday today. And he just got back, he rushed back from Panama actually to be here in time for the concert.
And in his honor, I'm going to throw a few words about Panama into this next song. Nothing left to say. Nothing to forgive. I remember when we said, let's make up our minds to live. I don't need to fight no more. let's forget the past. I don't care who's right no more. I just wanna sing and laugh now. Now we're standing side by side, satisfied. I remember when all I wanted was to be your friend and be free again. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you see. I remember when we said, let's just keep it real. To love the past, we've let it go at last. Why let them overwhelm when it's all about the here and now? And our truth, it isn't in the past. All the love we have will last as long as we hold on to what we have. Hold on to what we have. Okay? Hold on to what we have. Everything you give is greater than wealth, a far more precious thing than I could ever find myself. And I, your flame, burning only for you. And I, your song, our love is absolute. Okay. It isn't in the past. All we have to do is hold on fast. Oh. I think I'll break it down for you. Panama, 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 luz de mi corazón. Hold on to what we have. Hold on to what we have. Hold on to what we have. Hold on.
and this just happens to be Nmon's brother, Marcelino. Sir, what did you think of your brother?
Oh, I thought it was great. I've been seeing Nmon perform since he was 3 years old, and every time I see him, he just surpasses my expectations. I'm really, really glad it came off really well for him.
We're here with Mr. David Kwok. And David, what did you think of the concert?
Best concert I've seen in quite a while. Having known Nmon in a different way, just from being on a board together. Just don't really quite hear that voice all the time, but an unbelievable voice and really an unbelievable talent.
We're so glad you made it.
Yeah, and I got the privilege of sitting next to his father, so I did not know that.
Awesome.
So it was great. It was fantastic.
Dad, happy birthday from David.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Back to you, Broad Stage.
He was beautiful. He's a wonderful artist, a wonderful person with a heart of gold, and I'm so glad I got to see him.
And we're so honored that Nmon was with us, and that he did all those very inspirational songs, and even some Stevie Wonder, which I hadn't heard him do Stevie Wonder before. It was fantastic. And I love the first halves, the Bonds and the Aaron Copland, and some of the great music of the 19th and 20th, early 20th century. So it was fantastic. Thank you.
The show was great. It was awesome. We had a great responsive crowd, and they seemed really into the switch of the music from the first act to the second act. So I couldn't be happier right now. I had a blast. It was a great time.
I'm here today with Patrice Tapscott Doughton, who happens to be my sister, and she came out to see the show. Patrice, what brought you out here today?
Well, for one, you're producing the show. And second, I've heard Nmon sing only on, what's that, YouTube or something like that, and I was enthralled by his voice, so I decided I wanted to be a part of the production. So here I am.
Today we have a special guest, Miss Erica Ash of Mad TV.
Hi guys.
Erica, so what brings you to the concert today?
I was walking by, and this guy came out with a really lovely plate of food, and I said, "Where did you get that from?" And he said, "Just inside the Broad Stage." So here I am.
Seriously, Erica, what brings you today?
Well, Nmon and Greg have been friends of mine since before I even came to California. So I'm definitely here to support Nmon and Greg in this wonderful concert.
Nmon's fantastic. You know, he's one of those guys who's just super talented, and he's so cool. He's one of those guys that you want to hate, because he's just too nice and too smart and too talented, and he's just the whole package. He's just really, really phenomenal.
Flowers cannot bloom until it is their season, as we would not be here unless it was our destiny. But how many times have you wished you were in spaces? Times, places than what you were. And who's to say, with unfamiliar faces, you could anymore be loving you? Can't we see?
Honestly, anything that Nmon sings is good with me. His voice is completely soul-stirring, so I can't say there's any one particular song that I want him to sing more than any other. I just want to hear him sing, because he's amazing.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming, Erica, and we'll check you at intermission and see how everything's going.
All right.
There's some quiche waiting downstairs for you, just so you know, because I took the eggplant. So, okay, bye. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.